the person that's not paying people exactly to actually be there. Yeah.
Refer to the terms and conditions which everybody reads and doesn't.
Hey.
Yes! 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 No! 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 Fuck! Shit!
Jurassic World Rebirth is a movie that exists, and on first watch, I thought it was good, but that's kind of all it can be, at most. In terms of dinosaurs, there are dinosaurs, but the movie takes place on a hybrid-making lab island, because what this franchise really needed was more hybrid dinosaurs. That's what the fans have all been asking for. I'm gonna stand by what I said in my Fallen Kingdom video, which is 2 is too many. They shouldn't have done it in Fallen Kingdom, and we should have never done it again after the first Jurassic World movie. The only exception is the Scorpius Rex from Camp Cretaceous. That's the only one that was even semi-well done, and the only one that understood the point of the first Indominus Rex. But even if we factor in all the normal dinosaurs this movie has, there are 0 scenes where a human touches a dinosaur that is practical. I don't even think there are practical dinosaurs in this movie, if I'm being honest. Jurassic Park is a masterpiece not only because of its revolutionary CGI, but also the combined effort of sculptors, designers, artists, and mechanics who work really hard to bring these dinosaurs to life and create practical dinosaurs that actors can get up close with. Even the original Jurassic World trilogy understood that to a certain degree. Jurassic World Rebirth had a budget of about $200 million. Jurassic Park had way less than that, and they were able to create large, spectacular dinosaurs that still amaze people to this day.
The artistry of getting these dinosaurs to look real is absolutely the most important first step. If they didn't look real, if you didn't believe their skin, their flesh, their reality, their details, their eyes, their teeth, their mouth, everything about them, no matter how good the performances were, they wouldn't be real.
Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave with a box of scraps!
Though the Jurassic Park dinosaurs aren't entirely scientifically accurate, it is explained away within the narrative almost immediately. The Indominus Rex works as a hybrid because the writers understand the original intention of the Jurassic Park film. It was a corporate, genetically modified monster created from the greed of InGen stockholders. Not only was the I-Rex a mistake, it was unsuitable for any environment outside of its cage, almost by design.
Corporate felt genetic modification would up the wow factor.
They're dinosaurs, wow enough.
It can only rampage around killing in confusion and fear because it was raised in captivity.
How long has the animal been in here?
All its life?
Never seen anything outside of these walls?
We can't exactly walk it.
And you feed it with app?
The other 2 hybrids in these movies act more like scary movie killers than actual dinosaurs. And the hybrid dinosaurs on this island feel like they just wanted to make some new toys. And they only seem to show up when the main characters need something to run from. The Mutodon is just a velociraptor with wings, which I'll admit is cool. Why would a company like InGen that already doesn't have control over their current raptors and pterosaurs create a mutant fusion killing machine with no actual purpose to its existence? And the same with the Distortus Rex.
We needed something scary and easy to pronounce. You should hear a 4-year-old try to say Archaeornithomimus.
We should hear you try to say it.
Like, I can believe at some point that even if this is technically a retcon and kinda doesn't make sense in the canon, that the D-Rex was a failed experiment for the Indominus Rex.
You're back! Yeah, I mean, you know, when you showed me up, you put some of the stuffing in the wrong places, so I'm a little fucked up.
But this would be the second time it's used as a plot device, and it's done much worse. Because it's already been established that the Scorpius Rex from Camp Cretaceous is the first prototype for the Indominus Rex, and the only one that Wu made. But I guess not anymore. Now it's the D-Rex. And even with this information, I can't for the life of me imagine why any person would keep this thing alive. This 26-foot tall monster should never see the light of day at a Jurassic World paddock and should have been euthanized the minute it was born. Jurassic World Rebirth feels less like a rebirth of the series and more like a big band-aid to put over Jurassic World Dominion. And it doesn't even do it that well. Like, technically, there are some scientifically accurate dinosaurs in this movie. That's cool, I guess. But that's not enough, especially when the story has 0 drive or stakes towards the end. Like, at first, I thought I could treat these movies like the Transformers movies, where I'm just going to see big robots punch other big robots, but it's not the same. This movie fails to deliver on a theme and that's incredibly essential to a narrative for Jurassic Park. If I'm being honest, none of these characters are memorable in any way. Besides Xavier, he's the best character in the movie.
I have some weed.
Honestly, the whole B-plot with the family is kind of the better half of the film. Definitely not as action-packed, but also more bearable than the other group talking. The overarching plot is super cut and dry. When characters die, it doesn't matter for more than a few seconds, and you've probably already predicted who's gonna die 15 minutes into the movie. So for the rest of the time, you're kind of just sitting there and waiting for dinosaurs to pop up on the screen to point at. The thing is though, I almost couldn't imagine what another installment of a Jurassic World movie could look like. And I think that's just because it's probably time to move on. The Jurassic Park movies were lightning in a bottle, and it looks like we could only catch it about 4 times. I think what this movie really means is that it's time to put this franchise to rest. It certainly was not a graceful end, but Icarus laughed as he fell.
For he knew that falling meant he had soared.
It is absolutely imperative that we work with the Costa Rican Department of Biological Preserves to establish a set of rules for the preservation and isolation of that island. These creatures require our absence to survive, not our help. And if we could only step aside and trust in nature, life will find a way.
If you like this video and you want some actual good Jurassic World content, I do this every time. You should definitely check out Camp Cretaceous and its sequel show Chaos Theory. It's really good, and it follows the same timeline as the movies, so you won't have to catch up on anything besides the show. If you were disappointed in the later Jurassic World movies like I was, you will totally enjoy Chaos Theory. It's a much better written narrative than Dominion.
What have we done?
Even if it is still the same timeline. And if you didn't like this video, you got lucky, because I didn't think of a zinger this time. Gotta go.